Hello, hello. My name is Annie, and today I will be unstuffing my binders and doing a check-in for the last week of August. So welcome to all of my new subscribers. I've recently had a pretty big influx of people come and follow me, so thank you for spending your time with me. I'm self-employed and I live in Sydney, Australia. So how I manage my finances is I use primarily digital money, so money in my bank account. And so what I do is I use Australian Play money to help me budget and bucket in my envelopes. I do use a bit of cash primarily to buy things like groceries, but I like to keep money in my bank account because I have an offset account, which means that all of the money I keep in my bank account will reduce the amount of home loan interest I need to pay back. So, gotta drink my coffee first. It's gonna be a multiple coffee day, guys. I can feel it. It's already been a productive, whole morning and afternoon for me. Yeah. Got my laundry done. I am least likely to do laundry on my list of chores. It is the one that I put off for the longest time. I absolutely hate laundry. So when I came into my new apartment, I bought the biggest washing machine I could fit into the space, because if I can get away with not doing laundry for 10, 14 days, I will. Yeah. That's how much underwear I have to keep in reserve. Oh gosh, I need help. Okay, anyway, let's have a look. Today, push that aside. Hopefully you can see. I've got a little Kmart, just daily planner for a few dollars, and I use it to track my expenses. So this week was huge. I've overspent. I know that I am in the red in some of my buckets. So for food, for groceries, I spent a total of $146.35 in cash, and $51 digitally. So I bought more coffee beans. So let's have a look at what I have left in my wallet. Lunch. I've got coins as well. Roll over. Let's have a look. So lunch has a lonely $5 left. That's 20, 40, 50, 55. $55 left in cash. And I'm going to roll over my coins. I've got 2, 4, 5, 20, 40, 65. So $5.65. Let's see. In my binder, I started the week with 305 in total with digital and cash. So I better get a pen. Okay, let's try and work this out. Sorry, my brain is a mess before I've had a coffee. So let's have a look. I've got 50, 55 there. Digital funds, let's just deal with that. In my digital funds, I have $100. Now, $100, I spend $51. I round up to the closest 5, and I just don't want to take out, 51 and leave 49. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out 50 get my change, and I'm going to let my digital rollover deal with that. So let's have a look. So digital rollover, I owe $1 from groceries. So that's going to be taken out. Let's have a look at groceries then. Groceries then means I still have, I don't need a calculator for this, 50, 70, 90, 105. 105, and I'm going to roll over $5.65. So that's just going to go into my little container full of coins from this month. $5.65. Okay, cash $5.65, and with groceries left, that'll be enough. I only have a few days left of this month, but I do need to get some milk and eggs and things like that. Lunch is magically gonna get $15 now. So this food is for my groceries and eating out. I don't separate it out because pretty much, you know, it just all comes from one place. So I now have 105. So today's the 28th. Minus, that would be 200. So I now have 105 left. That's fine. Next, I spent $50.88 on home goods, so toilet paper, tissues, etc. And also, because it is also my miscellaneous, I spent $21 on my transportation Opal card. So I needed to get around, and you know, I just throw $20, $50 on that whenever I need it. And so home, I'm gonna take out $55. Sorry, I'm not even in frame. $55, $55. 28. Minus 55, double check is 40, yes. $40 should be left in home. So 20, 40, correct. 40, 55 is coming out, and this is where my rollover happens. I put all of my rollover money into a different bank account. So 55 minus 50.88 is $4.12 from home. And the next big expense, I am in the red here, I know it. I went to go see my accountant on Friday to get my tax return done, and it's a whopper. I'm getting a massive, massive, massive refund. In fact, like a demented game of The Price is Right, why don't you speculate down in the comments below what you think I will be getting back? I'll keep you all in suspense until I film the video. But whatever is in your head, double it. Then maybe double it again. It's a whopper of a tax return. I mean, would I have preferred to have earned more money this year through my business? Of course. But, you know, this time last year, we were all in lockdown, and I'm under 40, so, you know, we didn't have access to the vaccine. So luckily now, it's a very different story. I've had now 4 of them. Anyway, I digress. My business expenses came to $402.65, and that is painful. That is painful. My accountant's fees went up, as did everything. So let's have a look. I already started with zero. I emptied out my account in the first fortnight of the month, so I'm in the red. I am in the red, and that's so not good. I will have to deal with this next month, and I'm going to have to pay myself back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make note of this, and next month's budget is coming up, so I will immediately pay myself back. I also had a few sales on Etsy. So thank you very much to the people who bought my envelopes. I'm selling my envelopes, which I myself am completing the challenge. I'm doing the 52 envelope challenge, and these are my envelopes. But the sales I've been making are the 100 envelope challenge. And these are the trackers for them. So thank you very much to the people who have purchased my envelopes. I will leave them in the link for them to my Etsy store in the description below. But I had to pay the postage for it first, and oh my gosh, it is so expensive. Australia Post, guys, like, wow. Yeah, so apparently you have to pay for your bag, the satchel, which is a different cost to the postage itself. So whatever they're slapping on the label, that's not even how much it is. It is so expensive. It's like $12 something to ship something. You know, one of these, I'm like, seriously? Anyway, so thank you anyway. So I'm just going to put that into my business fund, and as soon as I get paid out, I will then reimburse my business fund. That's a whopper of an expense, but not as big as my taxes. The government got a massive $6,786 this month. So I pay what they asked me to pay, and then let my accountant sort it through later. So this is $6,000 coming out. 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to take out $6,800, and I'm going to roll over the difference there. So 5, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 6,800. 6,800 minus. That's, I'm gonna roll over $14 from taxes. So because I am self-employed, I obviously have to manage my own taxes, my own superannuation, and my small business runs on a cash basis rather than an accrual basis. And so my taxes are due every 3 months. So I also want to address a question that I get very frequently on this channel. The question is, where do I buy my prop notes from? These ones I bought from a local toy store, and I had them order them in so I didn't have to pay shipping. But they are from a brand called Knowledge Builder. They are an Australian company that makes educational products for mostly children, actually. So primary school children, but they work really nicely, and they're supposedly made out of that non-tear material. I haven't tried, but as you can see, it's not too bad. So that's where I get my play money from. You can buy it from a whole bunch of different websites, a whole bunch of different toy stores, or directly from the brand itself. It's called Knowledge Builder. Whereas these prop notes are from the lovely Caroline at Caro Cash here on YouTube. She has an Etsy store, I believe it's Caro Cash Budget, and I will link her store also in the description below. These are great. So Caroline is a graphic designer, and all of her prop notes are really, really quite beautiful with Australian designs on them. So moving on, the last big expense was my blog. My blog was, I spent $256.86, so just to renew my domain and website, etc. I have an old-fashioned blog, and although I had budgeted for it in September's expenses, a sale came up to renew for a few years at 50% off, so I jumped on it because it was cheaper than what I was planning on giving it next month anyway. So that's also going to be in the minus, I can tell you now. So my blog originally had $45 in it. I spent $256.86, so I'm going to deal with that budget whole next month immediately and pay myself back. So in total, let's have a look. I spent $7,693.74. That's how much left the bank accounts this week, sorry. I don't even want to look at the month. I don't want to look at the month, and it's not even over. So let's have a look to see what my digital rollover is, remembering that I owe $1. So 4.12 plus 14 is 18.12 plus minus the $1 equals 17.12 into my digital rollover fund. So what I do is I put this into a different bank account, and so this is just me rounding up the numbers when I unstuff all of my categories, and within the space of 2 months I'm already, close to $100 now. So 28 no, almost at 198.42. Okay, that's great. So my expenses are really, really insane this week, this month. I suppose next month will be better. Hopefully I will be getting my tax return very soon. It does take a little bit longer to process business tax returns rather than personal tax returns, which my accountant obviously is very, very good at. I've been using him for the last at least 9 years, I believe. So he knows what he's talking about. And hopefully, I'll be honest, the budget's not looking great for next month. I still have 4 more days of the month, including today, and my clients still have outstanding in excess of $4,000. So how I live is I receive all of my income for the month, I put it aside, and I don't even touch it so until the following month. So that's how I know exactly how much money I have to deal with for the month. If you've been following along or seen my other videos, you might have heard that I was in a really big budget hole last month, and I depleted my bank buffer to cover the hole. And with 4 days left to go of the month, that might have been a very big mistake. I'm still around, $4,000 in the hole, and I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with my September budget. Obviously, I have very fixed expenses, like my mortgage comes out on the first day of the month, and I've got expenses that also are coming out on the first day of the month. I do have enough so far to pay for my basic expenses, but I think it's going to be a tight month. So fingers crossed that my clients magically come up with the money in the next 3 days. But I hope to not be in as big as a hole as I was last month. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble. That's been my check-in for the 4th week of August, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.